trees, left side of those trees. And then, as soon as we hit the grass again, now we set that off on a worker. That's not... What's the AGCO 1100? Oh, okay. That's actually the Lindner with the weight behind it. That's bugging me. Alright, let's unfold this and do some stuff. Nope, that one. There we go. So we'll try and get this by eye as best as possible. Now we're going to have to quit liming once worker dude gets done, because I'm going to have to tidy up the edges he's missed again. I'm going to hope that I get as much of this field done as possible before we get to that point. So, round we go. We missed a bit there. And that's okay. I'll probably end up doing a headland with this again anyway. So all we're looking at here is spreading it across the middle. That's a little bit close to missing. Try not to suspend belief too much by driving through the telegraph pole. Oh, we missed a bit of grass there. Darn. Well, we'll be able to get that with the cultivator next year. Possibly the seeder will actually rip it up too, so... But that, you know, that's kind of one of the things I was saying, was don't worry too much. At least early on, if you can't afford it, you don't have to go back and get the patches you missed. Get as good a clean coverage as you can, so that you're maximizing your yield without spending too much money to do it. I mean, you go through lime at a rapid rate, but it is very cheap. So yes, it's worth doing the field, but if there's a slight bit I miss, I'm probably not inclined to go back and do it again. Unless the lime spreader is way too full. Good grief, we're already halfway through our supply of lime. I probably should have done this running along the plough lines. So there's a tiny strip to the left of that telephone pole over on our left, and it's not something you need to worry about. I mean, even the patches I'm missing doing the turns, not something you really need to worry about, because in the grand scheme of things, you've probably got 99% of the field covered, and those 1% aren't going to make a huge impact on your income for the year. I mean, obviously they make an impact, but you know, it's probably dollars, and then, or pounds, depending on what currency you're playing in. And then you've got a question, well, okay, putting lime down, I'm going to get, you know, $10,100 in yield as opposed to $10,000 in yield, but is the lime costing me $100? And if it is, then don't waste your money. Having a crop is more important than having a 100% yield crop. Okay. It's very difficult to do that. Turn that off. I think with the amount of lime we've got left, we'll make sure we finish this half of the field. Don't even know if it is half, but we'll call it half. So I'm definitely going to have to go back up to the yard to refill. So these two bits, if you don't want to do them, don't do them. That bit I'm going to ignore. I don't know how well it's limed, but frankly it's close enough. That bit, that bit, that bit. And turn it off so we don't waste so much. That bit. Right. Try and get as close as we can to the hedge so we don't have to reverse up. And there we go. Press the wrong button again. I think Arthur probably made a better start with his silage map, whatever it was, the Polish one, because although, you know, that said, he did end up buying 2 tractors. Does he really need 2 tractors to make that map work? I would probably have not bought 2 tractors, just live with one until you have income. Don't be scared of leasing equipment either. Yeah, if you're not going to go anywhere near corn, potatoes, or the other stuff that needs a plough, lease a plough for the first year so that you can get all your fields ploughed. Then worry about everything else that you need. Because obviously you're going to need seeders, cultivators every year, or a direct drill. I mean, you can avoid getting a cultivator if you get a seeder that you can just plant with straight in. But be careful with that, because a direct seed or a direct drill usually costs more than a straight seeder. And you don't want to be spending all your money on a if your seeder costs 20, if you can get a seeder for 20,000, or you can get a direct drill for 40, just get the seeder and get a cheap cultivator. It's going to take you twice as long to work the field. But when you're starting off, you don't have much field to work. We are about out. So 3, 2, 1. Come on. Ding. Done. Fold. How's our plough doing? He seems to be stationary. Do you think he's taking a coffee break? Or do you think he's done? Do you think he thinks he's done? Okay, we'll run up to the main yard, refill this. Then we'll come back and finish off that ploughing bit. I think I've only ever had one, what I would call a totally unsuccessful farm. And that was in Farm Sim 17, where I did do stupid. I just bought, I need a bunch of tractors, I need a bunch of equipment. The equipment I have isn't big enough, I'm going to buy bigger equipment. And I did all of that, and then I planted everything, and I was losing money to the loan hand over fist, and it just ended up with me going into the negative. And even doing the harvest, I barely brought in enough money to pay the interest on the loan, daily interest on the loan. And so at that point it was a case of, this one's done. I think you got an achievement for that in Farm Sim 17. Achievement for being dead broke. Now there's an achievement for having a bank balance of 10 million, which obviously with all the cheating mods where you can add money into the game is an achievement if you do it that way. So I will probably at one point try a pristine start where we don't cheat in any money and we try and make as much money as we can. And good morning, Tanker. How are you doing on this nice Saturday morning, afternoon now? Well, after the blindingly bright sunshine here this morning, it's now dull and overcast. So, Since Mrs. Osa's gone out to lunch today on her own with people, I'm going to have to do my own lunch. Oh, see if we can fit through that. But I don't know how long her lunch is going to be, so I may, as soon as when she gets home the next time, we'll be tying up this playthrough for now. Oh, hi, you didn't finish. Okay, so unfold this again, and trying to miss the tree, yes. We have a what is it? Valentine's meal planned for tonight. So I need to get ready for that. Although that's later tonight, I still have to figure out what I'm having for lunch today. Okay, we're getting very close to a point where we're going to have to take over for the worker. I'm going to kind of try and keep this straight down the lines. Kind of makes things easier over time. Helper G has completed their task. Okay. I doubt it, but Helper G was helpful. Fill this bit in, and then we'll jump over onto the Axion and tidy up the rest of the field. There will be no stream next week because we won't have internet on Saturday morning, but we will be moved into our new house. I may get a chance to stream some things during this week, but it's not entirely planned for right now. Nope. Looks like the worker managed to do all of it. Yep. That's horrendous. I really should have the plough the right way round. Oh, left. I'm kind of thinking if I do decide to stream anything, it will probably be something like World of Warships, since that's a game I can pick up for half an hour or thereabouts. Well, not so much half an hour, but if I've got an hour of time that I could stream, World of Warships is something that fits into that time frame where farming I tend to need a little bit more time. Captain Zank, hello and welcome. Drop that, finish that. Let's get that bit there as well. Okay. So that is that field mostly done. Now, flip the plow. Could head more that way. We have field, we have a worker. Jump out. So there's going to be a patch here up to that tree line, which we're going to have to fill in, and obviously all the way over there on that side of that tree line. But this is efficient enough that the worker should be able to drive straight on that bit without too much trouble. Meanwhile, we can finish off liming this bit. And then get to planting it. Now that field there, because it is an alternate sheep field, will be replanted with grass. So I am going to need some grass harvesting equipment. And that goes back to the what do I spend the money on. I would love to get a Chrome Big M. But I may limit my choice to a front mower and a loading wagon, so we can pick up the grass as we go and save a bit of capital this year. I'll just spray that car as it goes by. And then we'll, I mean, I'm not too bothered about sheep right now, or sheep food, should I say. We got 42 sheep, and a 2-day supply of food for them is significantly less than 1 bale of hay. So that's not going to be something I need to concern myself. We missed some bits at this edge of the field. Well. Too late to worry about them now. Okay, that's the line done here. Fold that up and stick that on the side of the field so it doesn't get in the way of the ploughman. I think my plan, we've got a couple of silos up on the we've got a couple of silos up on the main farm, which is convenient for the 2 grass fields we're going to have. But if we make silage now, I'm not going to be feeding it to anything, so we're going to be looking at selling it. And so if we sell the silage, that means hauling it all the way down to by where the store is. I was too. That's why I bought six bales of the stuff that you feed sheep, hay. But I'm not complaining about it. Oops. Fill button, that one there. Okay, I'll fill up liquid fertilizer. That wasn't my plan. Dude, come on. Do I have to unfold it to load this seed? Ooh. That's cool. It actually shortens the seed overall length. Okay. Pull forward. Let's move that somewhere. A bit more useful, like maybe in. Okay, let's throw in the. Well, that might work. Yep, that works. Throw the seed on top of the seeder and you can reload it. Nice. Totally realistic. But yeah, as far as consumption is concerned, cows eat a metric ton of stuff. So that's kind of an issue. Okay, let's pull forward so that this is